I see you, player. Yeah. Got the
All right.
motherfucking Christmas tree.
Oh yeah. Okay. Good.
I mean, Craig Clifton Inc. We're a nonprofit organization. Our mission is to help improve the literacy skills of individuals in underserved, underprivileged communities. It is of my personal belief that hip hop can help improve the literacy skills of people in our neighborhoods. So today, speaking with none other than the man who shit only motherfucker I know that walked on water. You know what I'm talking about? And tiptoed on some hot choco.
Me,
Got back
me, me,
through
me and Jesus.
him and Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I only think Jesus. I only think
Well, yeah, 'cause this is I know what's going on, man.
man, I
Thank
only
you
think
for
Jesus
having
tiptoed on the hot charcoal though. I know they said he walked on water.
me.
You did something else to it.
Yeah, yep, you better believe it. You better believe it. That means you gotta have some thick skin, man, out here in this world.
Yes, sir, indeed.
People
So
that took on hot tacos, you gotta have some pretty thick skin,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, to be able to you know what I'm saying, walk the road of life I walk.
oh yeah,
And many of us have too, also, and the people before me and the people after me. So yeah, not just me, because you know what I'm saying. I'm not just here telling my story. I mean, when you hear me, you hear me narrating the lifestyle. You know, so when people talk about studio gangster, this is studio gangster. That like most of what I'm doing is I'm narrating the lifestyle and the culture and the breed of animal that you know what I'm saying that they call hip hop and rap.
indeed. So let's start it from let's start it from the beginning, man. When did you know you was dope though? When was the first time somebody that mattered to you say, man, you cold at this shit, bro? You need to
My
keep it.
sister told me. My sister told me. My older sister Kiki, her birthday was December 12th. My older sister Kiki told me, she was like, you know what, you good. And I was about 11, maybe 10. But I always just wanted to, ever since, because we was back and forth from Milwaukee to Chicago, and back then when they would come to Milwaukee, like we wasn't big in Chicago in the late 80s, we weren't big on rap music. It was still like more of sort of a house mixed music sound, you know what I'm saying? They would come up there with the Beastie Boys, Eric B and Rakim. It's like 87, 88. And ever since then I knew that I wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to read and I like to write. So, you know, and then once I synced it, once I got a visual of the whole thing, you know, once I seen album covers and stuff like that, it looked cool and it sounded good, and I knew that that's something that I wanted to be, because it was back then it was something that sounded like a literary art. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't so much about the verbal and the action part of it. It was more so about what you could do with words, whether they were strong words or spoken words. It was all about what you could do with a word in a sentence. It wasn't about what you could do as far as uh, making whatever you sing come to life, make whatever you say come to life or be real life. You know what I'm saying? That came out. Am I going too far?
No, you good, Joe. We giving them a history lesson. You know what I mean?
And I think the whole thing with the keeping it real thing came out when such a big leader, an actor, an activist, a screenplay, a poet like Tupac, just like me, he was a Gemini. So, and he was straddled this fence between like he the one made when he got shot, which he did not try to get shot or got shot on purpose. In no way did that happen. But when he got shot and talked about it in a rap, that's when I think it switched over, which he didn't know what he was doing because he was such a big icon and everybody listened to him. So when he got shot and rapped about it, people think everything that you did had to really been true, or anything that you said you was doing had to be true. I think that's when that started. Like in order to say, oh, this violent act happened, or this happened, or I sold drugs, or I got hurt, that's when people really were saying, well, that really happened to him. He ain't just lying. I think that just was like, I think that was the worst thing that could have happened in hip hop was a rapper to get hurt and actually glorify that it happened to him and he didn't die behind it. You know what I'm saying? Because that way, therefore, and he was like he was more than just an actor and a rapper. He was a leader. So all of his words, whatever he said, you know what I'm saying? So then he started saying, whoever talking about getting shot and really getting get shot, he lying. He trying to be like me. And then that's when you get the studio gangster and the studio gangster. But I believe an artist and a producer, just like any screenplay or director, like say if you do movies, Clint Eastwood was not really Dirty Harry. Clint Eastwood wrote Dirty Harry. He's a character, and he portrayed a character. You know, a lot of, and I can go on and on and on with it. So, and then, so I'm saying, like, just because you see it, somebody wrote this for entertainment, and it was somebody else's life. But what they don't understand now is the minute that you feel like that you have to be what you're describing and the message that you're delivering or the story you're telling, you can no longer tell that story if you're being so-called keeping it real, because you're gonna have an expiration date on you. So the minute that you want to keep it real and really do what you're saying in those raps, you set yourself up to be an outcome of the income that you're trying to make. Now you just a statistic and a waste of talent. So here you go. Now you got a noose around your neck because I said I shot this nigga in my rap, and I really did shoot at somebody. That's the most that's the most, to me, in my opinion, that's the dumbest thing you could do. And you wind up being a waste of talent and art, because you can also use your literary power and your knowledge to have a way with words and to be a voice. You can also use it for brighter things. You could use it to teach brothers to excel. Okay, so if you think you can have that kind of impact on somebody's, as far as the violence tip go, like I can listen to the radio station right now and they don't play nothing that doesn't involve violence or sex when it come down to our people. So, and you got, and I got my eyes opened up to that from listening to a white man give this message, because a black life don't actually matter unless a white man takes it, because we do it all the time. So, but the minute we don't understand that this is just another form of exploitation, this is a system of extermination. Not to be using big words or trying to be no political, saying it's a conspiracy, but the minute that the only thing that you play is records, I too am guilty of making records that turn kids out on drugs and violence and all that. So you know what I'm saying? But I did recognize that, and I still make records of the streets and about the streets. But I also involve a higher power in my records. I make blues records. But you have to realize the minute that you see your kid or your son listen to what you do or somebody mimic what you're doing, you got to let them know, like, man, I'm just writing a movie. I'm just writing a book. But you got to be more aware of the books and the movies that you write nowadays, because it's taught that if you're not telling the truth, this is not reality TV, and reality TV is not even reality TV. That's what the script, they scripting that shit more than anything. You know what I'm saying? So the minute that you on the record saying, I got a 30-round clip, and I'm killing this nigga. This is you contributing to the extermination, because don't nobody think, they don't know you playing. The kid listening to this think it's a video game. He think you get a free life or a free man if you make it past this street. You know what I'm saying? No, once you crash into that pole, you dead. You gonna wake up dead. Like, you don't get an extra man. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how many points you score, how much money you make. Ain't no free man getting one. Once the game over, the game is over. And that's what you don't know, because by the time the game is over, you can't even come back and tell nobody, like, you don't get a free life. The people that wind up dead, they can't come back and tell nobody that, man, when you dead, you really dead. You really have to figure that out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's a whole thing, but ain't nobody, and then the minute that somebody start trying to deliver a different message, they either blackball them or they really limit their airplay, because it's just right now we letting it be designed to be like, if you don't have a long clip in your gun and this, that, and the other, like, even the hustling is starting to get evaporated. Even the things that get money now is more about how much violence you could do to another person. And it don't be like die Ku Klux Klan. It be like, I'm gonna kill this nigga. It don't be like, I'm gonna kill this. I mean, not saying prejudice is a good thing, but the messages don't even say I'm gonna kill the opposition. The message say I'm gonna kill my brother. I'm gonna kill this nigga up the street. So even the violent part don't even make no sense. even though violence is wrong, either way you go, prejudice is wrong. But the message that we sending is on every song. I'm like, damn, they ain't saying I'm finna go kill somebody in another country or Soviet Union. They saying I'm finna kill this nigga. Go ahead though. I know I've been kind of long winded.
Oh no, bro. That was, more than anything, what I want is the youth to hear that. What we doing with this, we want to show them how hip hop saved lives. Feel me?
Right.
You know, what I caught on to was you said your sister said was the first person to tell you that you was really dope at this shit.
Right.
When you hit the block with it, when did you know that the block really was fucking with your talent, man, and really wanted to see you succeed with it rather than just be somebody else just on the block doing that shit?
Like the D.R.E, he the one that made a lot of people get us confused. He the one that made the song "You a Bitch, You a Tramp, You a Punk Hole." He had an album out already called The Drought. He had a record out called The Drought, and he was on the east side with the D.R.E doing a remix to it, and it was called "Where Is the P." And my guy Shomack, and I was in the process of, what I'm saying, being an artist under the label D.R.E, and my guy Shomack was producing his remix "Where's the P," and he put me and my brother on the song, and he was actually one of the first people that I knew that was dropping real CDs, and we wound up being on that song in the jukebox, and it was a big song. It was like, "Where is the P? I need some dope, baking soda free." So at the end of that song, I come on with the drugs, and I'm like a 17-year-old rookie in the game. I had never touched a drug in my life. I just was rapping that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I was a ghetto boy UGK fan. So, and that's when the East Side and the rest of Milwaukee, and everybody that was around, I made them a part of what I was doing. So if I would record a song, I would pass it out to the niggas with the big speakers in their cars, and whoever talked a lot and all that, I made sure they got in their hand. That's how Goldfingers came about. And all my cousins, you know what I'm saying, would follow me around like they was just crowd of groupies and stuff. They was girls, you know what I'm saying. They would follow me around screaming, and they'd go with me, you know what I'm saying. And everybody and all the other girls would just think they was fans, but they was really my family. But they were screaming for me, you know what I'm saying. And then it was a trickle effect. It was a domino effect. Like it became a disease. Everybody wanted to scream for me because they heard them screaming for me, and everybody wanted to put me in their tape deck because they heard these guys have me in the tape deck. And actually, I did have a little talent, but it all came with making everybody around me a part of my operation and what I was doing. So, you know what I'm saying? I made people think they were special. Like, this is exclusive. This is what I got, and you can have it. Nobody ain't got it but you. And so when they felt like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the only one with this. And he gave it to somebody who said, I'm the only one with this. And so forth and so forth. I'm the only one with this. And then I would let some of them talk on my record. And I would let some of them know and say whatever they could do to be a part of my record. That's what made me be the baby Drew I am today, because I made everybody around me a part of it. It wasn't because I was more talented than the next person. Anybody that was around me, I involved them however I could, because all you gotta do is make a person feel like that they got that much to do with what you're doing, and they're gonna support it like it's them. You know what I'm saying? They might only could have said hi. You know what I'm saying? What's up on my record? But they gonna give it to somebody like it's their song. And they might only but as long as I shared a piece of that with them, they felt like, you know what I'm saying, they had a lot to do with it, and they did. And I thank them all.
So that's slick because a lot of people might not have known that you and D.R.E was connected back then.
DRE put me. I got on the CD. That was the first CD I was ever featured on. That was in a jukebox that was playing in the bar. I was 17.
He had to think he must have thought you was cold. He thought you was a bad motherfucker though because he put you on his shit. You know what I
He
mean?
did. He did.
So he had to already see, like, man, this dude right here, man, he cold with this
Yeah,
shit.
he was the NSSGs. Him. That's when back there was him, DJ Razor, Dre Love, and I think they was. I think they was backed up by Queen Mac Q and stuff like that. They had already had an album out before that called NSSGs and the year. They was back there like when the Highland Park Hustlers, and like a lot of people might argue the fact that say me and Cuckoo Cow started, but you had like Young Twan and Mac Moan, Ice Moan, and Reality and all those guys, and I would say Strictly Love, Kid Crab. So you got a lot of those guys, and I can go, I mean, if I'm forgetting somebody, you know what I'm saying, but Hyde Park Hustlers, Eat Play Smooth, those one guy, it's a bunch of them that I can name that was making records before me. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people might say, I started this shit, but I actually didn't. I actually wanted to be some of those guys.
So after that, though, you jump. So once again, that goes back to our what our mission is with this nonprofit, because you talked about how you involved your community, bruh. You know what I mean? How you put, like you said, they might not even rap, but you found some kind of way for them to have some involvement in what you was doing, and they took ownership of that shit, bro. Like
Indeed.
that shit was real slick. So you've been giving back to the community in a sense when you really didn't even have nothing to give back yet. You know what I mean? You was already involved.
No, I needed my surroundings to build to build. It's like Habitat for Humanity. I needed my surroundings to help me build the house that I eventually end up building. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew that I was on something. I knew I was trying to get a skyscraper. You know what I'm saying? So in order to do that, I didn't need people to work for me. I needed people to work with me. You know, and then and then therefore that's how you get a bigger, and that's how you get a bigger or a better outcome or result. A person that was hating or something like that, just like now, never existed to me. Like the people that the jealousy and like people say now, such and such said this about you and such and such did that. Or look at him, I see him right there. I see him, look how high he is, or something like that. Like I always get somebody with a negative comment, but at the same time, like, I don't know how much they paying you to try to cut my tongue out or cut my throat or stab me in my back, because one thing for certain is two things for sure. In order for you to stick a knife in my back, that means you got to be 2 steps behind me already. And you ain't behind me on accident. You behind me because you don't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? So 9 times out of 10, I already got something to protect me. Like I said, walking on charcoals is a thick enough skin. I can tolerate any blade you stick in me. That means I got the willpower and the know-how to ignore whatever behind me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to memorize tomorrow. So whatever they talking about or whatever they saying, I don't even know who you are, what you are, but thanks for even acknowledging that you looking at me. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Whatever you saying about me or whatever you saying about me, like I can't even get my lick back because I don't even know who you are or what you doing. You know, you feel me? I can't even get my lick back in because I don't know nothing about you. But you know so much about me, you can at least give your opinion, and I appreciate that. Because guess what? Every time you say anything about it, all you're doing is raising curiosity amongst whoever you're talking to. And guess what? They're gonna watch me next time, and they're gonna watch me next time to see if what you said was true, or they're gonna try to come tell me what you said to try to create something. But like, I wouldn't even never entertain that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people like, oh man, they over there saying this, they over there. Hey, they don't even exist in my world. I don't have time to like or dislike anybody. You know what I'm saying? If we don't agree, or if they're not feeling me, I'm not feeling them. They just don't exist to me. I don't have the muscle in my body or in my heart or in my face to frown enough to get that kind of attention. You know what I'm saying? If I deal with it, I deal with it. If I don't, it just doesn't exist to me. I would never be like, I'm into it with him. I don't like him. I just don't. He just don't exist to me. I don't even know who him is. You know what I'm saying? And then I was gonna add this.
Yeah.
You got like, cause see, my family is interracial. Like my wife Albanian, my daughter, she mixed with two different cultures. So you gotta let them know, like, you may get some students that's troubled that need your leadership, that's not only black.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? And if you're in a position to teach the new world order, you're gonna have to really, really show everybody, like the race as a whole, the human race is what's really important, because when those pandemics and stuff hit, and those, you know what I'm saying, those tsunamis hit, and those earthquakes hit, and those tornado hits, they do not put their scope on one specific, contrary to popular belief. They were saying, oh, the black community suffering. No, Corona killing everybody.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Bad weather killing everybody. Car crashes killing everybody. Drunk driving killing everybody. Tobacco killing everybody. So, you know what I'm saying? What it is to be black is what it is to be black is you got to know from the joint, you got to know from off top what you want to do as a black person, because let them know, don't use being black as an excuse to say you was held back. Because my same judge that I stood before on my first case, me and her went to the same school. You know what I'm saying? Me and her. Now you do have to know, like, do you want to be the kid in school? Do you want to be the kid in class that's disruptive or productive? You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You got to be the kid, because there's a lot of people who don't even, you can say being black has something to do with all you, but there's some kids out here who was black and all that, and their mom and daddy was dead, and they grew up to be, you name it, pro baseball player. They didn't have a parent or nothing, let alone being black. They was a half a human. They didn't even have a surrounding. They didn't have a chance in the world. Watch your daddy brains get blown out. Watch some John kill your mama being a prostitute, or whatever the case may be. Like, it's people that go through a lot of shit other than just being black that make it out of there. Now, what your mind state want to be and how fast you want to get your money and how you want to look and how you want to make shit look. You can either be naked, or you can either show, you know what I'm saying? You can either sell the flesh, or either you can sell intelligence. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get your money immediately, or you want to get some long money over a period of time. It all depends on how much patience you got and how much belief you got in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because don't let this motherfucker walk up to you with this bankroll. If he got some money on him, 9 times out of 10, he's showing it to you, he broke. You know what I'm saying? People with real money don't even carry money on them. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, it's so easy to copy and print up. Who's to say that was even money? Just like when people with all that jewelry on, he don't even know what the fuck them Chinese people just sold him. He gave them people $500,000 for that shit. He ain't no jeweler. He don't know what the fuck they just gave him. You know what I'm saying? But sitting around bragging about it cost 20 G's. But the Chinese shop got some shit shining brighter than that for $10. What is that saying? You know what I'm saying? This nigga, you and this nigga standing next to each other, the bitch don't even know who to go with because the shit looks the same. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This shit costs 10 G's. This shit costs $10. You know what I'm saying? But the shit shining, both of them shining bright. Who know what real jewelry look like? These days. You know what I'm saying?
After that drought joint jumped off, you did Goldfingers right after that? That came right after?
Oh no. Me and my brother Bucko Fire, we recorded a whole album called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. This Goldfingers, that was in '94. I recorded Goldfingers in 1998 after my brother was killed in Parkline Project. Yeah, it was a nice gap between those.
Oh, okay, so Good, Bad, and Ugly came out.
That never was released.
Unreleased. I'm pretty sure
that was never released. My brother got killed. Bucko Five. He was a country boy. He got killed in September '97. Oh. So that album was never released. And
condolences, man.
And then so what happened was, behind that, me and D.R.E had linked up. We had did a couple songs. Me and my brother had did a couple songs with him. He was another artist of the D.R.E. But we linked up and formed the Country Boy Clique. Mm-hmm. And I recorded those songs. Oh shit, excuse me. My dog walking around and some more shit, so I gotta set this up. My fault. Matter of fact, I can hold it from here. But what happened was, I recorded Goldfingers in 1990. I'm gonna say either it was November '90. It was right after my brother had passed. But me and D.R.E put together the Country Boy Clique, and I recorded The Hand That Rocked the Cradle, and I released Goldfingers. Hand That Rocked the Cradle came out in '98, and I released Goldfingers in '99, 2000. So I was dropping consecutive joints like that, but there was a gap. It was a gap between the projects, though.
Man, that motherfucking Goldfingers was so cold because in one of my homeboys, man, he put the hood on that shit when you say, man, the Rolex watch and bracelets match like handcuffs. And he was saying that shit. We was like, we thought he made it up because, you know what I'm saying? We like, man, only a motherfucker from Highland would have that type of game. Who the fuck would
because the photo shoot that me and Bucko Five did for our album cover, I had a Rolex watch and a bracelet at the time.
Yeah, because, you know, back then, though, a lot of motherfuckers, they would be from Milwaukee, but they weren't claiming it in their shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, they was calling it everything else but Milwaukee. They was saying the Brew City, the Millie, the Milltown. They was calling it everything except for, and the reason why I know I'm the first one to say Milwaukee County, because I said I'm gonna call it what they call it on the news. Because if they talking about putting it on the map, ain't nobody gonna know where it's at until you call it what they say on the news. They're gonna say what happened in Milwaukee County. They're not gonna say what happened in the Brew City. They're not gonna say, because they're not selling no beer at this point. They're talking about some real street shit. They're gonna say it's called Milwaukee County Jail. It's not called the Brew City Jail. It's not called the Mill Willie Jail. It's not called the Brew, or it's not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't called none of this. It's called Milwaukee County Jail. Anytime you gotta go to court, it's like Milwaukee County on your mail. So Milwaukee County is the most important part of making this shit a reality. If you really want to be, if you really want somebody to know exactly where you are, they can't find none of those names y'all saying on the map. So if you want to be on the map, you got to give them something to look up on the map. They're not gonna definitely, none of those places y'all saying exist. Milwaukee County actually does.
How important was it that you say fuck that? I'm finna represent Milwaukee, my nigga. I'm not gonna be scared to put this shit in my rap. I ain't finna be hesitant. And my shit gonna be still slicker than most national niggas.
It was most important because I feel like I didn't want none of the shit that happened to be in vain. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want all the things that happened. I didn't want it to be in vain. All the talent and all the sacrifices that I seen happen during this. And you was like, it's still me being slick never crossed my mind. Like I never knew or thought that I was better than the next person that was rapping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Only thing I did was rap. Like you can never hear me say. I mean, I may talk that shit now. Like if I hear somebody be saying, you know what I'm saying, I'll be like, I mean, if they ain't gonna come get the belt, I don't care how old or young they are. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that shit. Not now one of y'all can fuck with my catalog, but that's after 20-something years of me doing it. But me being good and my talent never mattered. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not who I am. I'm a street corner poet and of the streets who represent the culture of hip hop. I'm just a descendant of the rappers before me. I'm from the era where it wouldn't be cool, where it wasn't cool to be bummy. Like I remember when they rappers wore suits and shit with gold chain. I remember when, you know what I'm saying? I remember when it was like the sweatsuit was the bummiest you could be. Like I remember when anywhere in the world, a video director will let you point a gun at his camera. You know what I'm saying? And these guys getting millions of dollars for video. Ain't nowhere in the world you finna point no motherfucking pistol at Hype Williams. Not no loaded gun. You know, you feel so. I'm trying to figure out either where's the gun, and if we don't hurry up, you know what I'm saying? We're not the only music genre that's going on, and if we don't hurry up, we're gonna be just like we just gonna be another. You know what I'm saying? The reason why the government has not made steps to preserve the blacks is because we make good game.
Hey, on everything. But look, this was my personal question, fam. I couldn't wait to get to this.
Anytime I go to talking too much, stop me.
No, because you know what I mean. We might drop a motherfucking jewel that somebody need to hear. So we just gonna let you say what's on your heart, fam. That's what we do. Who idea was it for that motherfucking powder CD album cover? Who idea was that? That said we
That was
gonna
my idea because I was a big Ice-T fan. Also, now don't let me not put that in there. I was a big Ice-T fan. I love the Power album, but the first Powder album cover, it was a $100 bill disintegrating, like falling down into a pile of powder. And me having common sense, I'm knowing like this is gonna be a red flag on a lot of avenues. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to passing this shit out. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting this shit in people's hands. A lot of people they ain't gonna want to touch that because it looked like drug activity. You know what I'm saying? In the flesh, which really, you know what I'm saying? That's what the whole thing. So I said, you know what? If I'm gonna call it power, I got a good, you know what I'm saying? First thing came to my head was power. You know what I'm saying? So I just put a D in there. So you can put the dope on power. You know what I'm saying? I put the D in power. You know what I'm saying? Called it powder. But I didn't want to duplicate the picture. So I wanted to illustrate it as a cartoon because I never wanted to take away from the photo that Ice-T actually did, because I knew I could never duplicate Ice-T. But I did want to let it know that I respect that kind of music, and he was one. So you know what I'm saying, I illustrated it into an animation type of look. My guy J Bird, shout out to him for making the picture happen.
You know, Zilla, man, that's my motherfucking big homie, man. I wouldn't know shit about no music.
Let me tell you something about Godzilla. He a whole different breed of animal. I'm gonna tell you about Godzilla. He a whole different breed of animal. And when I tell you that he is a composer, I was hesitant to reappear until my guy Rock Mac took me to the studio and I started fucking with him. And the man, if I tell him what I think I want, even if I can't get it out of my mouth, he'll put it down exactly what I was thinking. You know what I'm saying? And I have yet to come across a producer. Now I done dealt with some dope producers. And I ain't apologizing for saying could nobody else if I gave him a blueprint, he could build the exact house that I gave it to him, and he could finish the blueprint for me and build the house. Like if I tell somebody else what I wanted, what they gave me back, it was like, not quite. Godzilla, he gave me exactly what the fuck I want. He gave me exactly what the fuck I asked him for. He could pull off. He got instruments all over the place. He could pull down any instrument. You know how people got that shit for decoration? He'll pull any one of them motherfuckers down and play it. If I say I want a harmonica on that motherfucker, if I tell him I want him to play the mop bucket, he gonna play the mop bucket, my nigga. I ain't playing. You think it's a game?
Bro, I see.
Godzilla play the spoons, whatever the fuck you want. I mean, hey, he a whole different breed of animal. Like Pips, he told me, he said, yeah, go in there and talk to Beto. I'm thinking he talking about Beto who produced for Ghetto Boy, but he talking about his producer Beto. I was saying, Beto in there. I said, damn, I'm saying Beto Ghetto Boy. He said, oh, you talking about Beto 1. That's a whole different breed of animal. You talking about Godzilla. That's a whole different breed of motherfucker who make music. Man. He a composer to the he squared up. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll be telling him, he like, man, when you know, I was talking today, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna let you talk to my students, man, but you intimidate me, bro. What can I ask a motherfucker who probably already know what I'm at? He taught me everything, man, with this music shit.
That nigga come up here, I'm doing a song with Big Mike, not to cut you off. The nigga that's fine with Big Mike, man, tell me, I'm gonna tell you who a cold ass producer. The nigga Godzilla. I ain't thinking he talking about Godzilla from here. These niggas from Texas. Yeah. I ain't thinking he meaning Godzilla who I know. I'm like, oh yeah, it's a nigga up here named Godzilla. He said, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, man, hey, Zilla waiting on me right now. I gotta come complete one with that Big Mike for Steve-O's soundtrack for his movie called Trust Nobody. It's called, Godzilla produced that.
When we gonna get a Drew documentary? I know you got some shit, man. You want to?
Well, that's some uncharted waters right there, because a lot of people trying to get it. So the Drew documentary it's probably gonna be a compilation of however much footage whoever can collect, and I think I'm gonna have to get that one to myself, or I'm gonna let my daughter film that one or something like that. I don't think I'm gonna let no already established media. I think I'm gonna get that. I think I'm gonna let somebody who really gonna take the time and, you know what I'm saying, and know what and who they talking about and what they doing. So that's gonna really be that documentary. It ain't gonna be no. I don't want it to be, because some documentaries they look like they was planned out and people structured them and they look too scripted. My documentary I want to actually be a documentary of a timeline of the life and times of Andrew Green, Baby Drew. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want my documentary to be about. I don't want it to be no put together documentary where everybody got together 1 month and interviewed everybody and talked about me. I want it to be a compilation of real live footage over a timeline of documented, like documentary mean, documented footage of me. So That's still in the talking. And I think my son and my daughter gonna end up being the ones where I get that project to.
Yeah, that's legacy shit. Keep it in the family. Yeah. But like I was saying though, bro, you was able to work with plenty motherfucking different producers, man, and still come out with stellar, pure player results, man. What you think it is about your style, bro, that you can really motherfucking mix and match with anybody?
I don't think about me. I don't think about me and my style. I just know what I do, and I know what I love doing. But I never think that I could match or mix my style with anybody. Like I said, if anybody being competitive with me, like me and Cougar Cow, we got a versus situation coming up on New Year's Eve. That's just a Christmas gift for Milwaukee. That's not me. Like, and when it's all said and done, people gonna be able to vote on us and who they like the best. But at the end of the day, me and him brothers. So I never matched my style or said that I was you know what I'm saying? I never thought about how good I was. People like, man, you crazy, you be being too humble. I never gave myself a A. I never graded myself as an A because the minute I thought I was good or the best, I would never be able to complete another project that was great. I would think I was already at the top of my game, and I never will ever feel like that I'm an A student when it comes down because I learn something new every day. You know
That's
what I'm saying? So I never look at myself as an A student when it comes to this. So when it comes down to what made me think I match up, my love for the culture. Because you called me, you said I want you to talk about hip hop. My love for hip hop is what makes me, you know what I'm saying, able to do this. You know what I'm saying? And interviews like this right here, I think you got an excellent platform and what you're doing to educate your students. You could have did anything else with your tools and your equipment. You could have did anything else, but you
appreciate.
decided to teach and you decided to educate people on something that you love.
Check this out. With that, how that happened was I made this song, fam. First of all, I ain't never really considered myself no rapper, but Godzilla, he always hit me up and he'll be like, man, you got it, bro. You got some bars and shit. So I made this song called Sober. You know what I'm saying? And it was just about if a motherfucker really open his eyes up, he'll realize all the shit that's going on in his life better if you just sober. You know what I'm saying? The shit just look different.
I like that.
You know what I mean? Motherfucker vote for Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? If
Be
you,
careful what you tell me, I'll steal it.
it's all yours, man. Be an honor. You gonna make that motherfucker way better. So, but yeah. So that track, it got in the hands of this school. They was like, man, we know you in the community. You know what I'm saying? They probably felt like shit. Well, we can't get a Drew or we can't get a Cuckoo. We might can fuck with you. Maybe you could put a program together for us about cultural competency. You know what I'm saying? So this school, they reached out to me and was like, I'm like, I'm from Highland shit. I ain't never had nothing. Hell yeah, I could do it. I got together a team, you know what I'm saying, to put together a motherfucking nonprofit. Next thing you know, another school hit me up once they found out, I was working with this university. And they was like, look, we trying to get some mentors for our kids. So technically, I'm not a motherfucking professor or none of that shit, but I had the motherfucking sense just being in the hood for so long, man, that I was like, I need to be a part of something because if I don't, then it's gonna be back to what I'm used to.
But I
And
like, but I like, but I like that, but I like that, but I like that, but I like that
yeah,
because that sober, where it took you to right now, that sober camp, that's a campaign you need to, you know what I'm saying, you need to turn it into an acronym. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
And that's coexistence and peace. Like sober, you can make an acronym SOBER. You can say share one belief amongst every race. That's SOBER. And,
oh,
and right there up top, that's coexistence. You know what I'm saying? Because disease disease and destruction don't pick or choose who or what it kills. You know what I'm saying? So we can share one belief amongst every race, and that's to coexist and come up with, and that's something that you came up with sober. And if it got you this far, you got the power to reach out to everybody. And I mean, if I was you, I'll keep using my superhero powers to go right along with that, and I'll back you all the way up.
see how fast you just came up with that? That just shows how witty you are, bro, and how motherfucking, verbally advanced you is, you know what I'm saying, when it comes down to just ideas and innovation.
That came with years and years and years trial and error.
Check this out though. After man, Country Boy, you got you.
And you saying stick to the script. What about you? What if you don't think you're a part of the script? This not a script.
Definitely because and again, this go back to Godzilla because Zilla could tell you I never wanted to be a rapper. I would always try to get my niggas off the street.
But then that's what you do. Like my mama told me, then that's what you do, man.
I would snatch them niggas up, man. Bring them to Zilla. Like, man, Zilla recorded mixtape on these. Me and my guy L, my OG, man, record them little mixtape for these niggas, man. You know, Zilla was like, shit, nigga, why record a mixtape? Nigga, I do this. You know,
right? I don't do mixtape. I do album.
Right, that type shit.
I told you.
Like, I'm gonna let you hear the difference between a mixtape and some industry quality shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, lyrically, you know what I'm saying? I ain't feel like shit. I'm no motherfucker. I ain't no Drew or no Cuckoo, but nigga, or my little niggas ain't. But guess what? These niggas ain't finna get locked up tonight.
You gonna talk about I ain't no Drew or no Cuckoo? Ain't nobody. I don't got a classroom of people that's willing to listen to me. Cause you went past the rap, you skipped that.
Check this out.
Man, Cuckoo and Drew wish they was you. I got a blues album. My blues album dropped tonight. I got a blues album come out tonight. It's called the Andrew Green Blues.
Yeah.
And then I do have the Dr. Grind album, not to cut you off, I'm sorry. But don't tell your students I'm not no Drew or no Cuckoo. When Drew and Cuckoo retired, they wish they could have a classroom.
Look, I'm just talking about not man to man. I'm just talking about.
I know what you mean.
Body of work wise, you know what I'm saying?
But you got the strength power that we want to possess.
We talking strictly hip hop right now, though. Your body of work is dope when it comes to this hip hop shit. Now, whether you lived 100% of it or not, it don't matter. That shit sound good, it feel good, and it make motherfuckers happy. I look at shit that way. It's crazy, but that's how I feel about it. That's how I look at my niggas. Like, man, my nigga Tron. Now, my nigga Tron, that was my motherfucker who I felt like we was finna push on that level of we finna put all our chips into this shit. This nigga, he was cold with this shit, you know what I'm saying? And but he locked up now. You brought up the verses and shit, I'm just chopping it up with you, fam. I ain't had no lined up questions and none of that shit. But
that's good. That's what make it funky.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So it seemed like you and Cuckoo was always on a crash course anyway. Not in a bad way, but just on some competitive, like who was better. The streets always been kind of like, man, I like Drew or I like Cuckoo. You know what I'm saying? So it seemed like y'all was always on a motherfucking crash course. What I liked about it is y'all actually joined forces. How that happened?
The way that happened was because looking on a broader view, me and Cuckoo Cow never knew each other. We never was enemies. We never was competitors of each other. As far as we was concerned, we was two people from the same neighborhood, from the same household, from the same thing, going for the same prize. Not for the same prize, but we was going for the same aim to put our town on the map. We was never rivals or nothing like that. That was the voices amongst us, and our goal was to let them know that was nonsense, and we'll be stronger together. Even if you watch Planet of the Apes, they said gorillas strong together. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Only way a motherfucker fuck us up if they separate us. But how we gonna be in the same house trying to sell a house, and you trying to sell the upstairs, and I'm trying to sell the downstairs? I think if we both try to sell the same house as a whole, I think we'll have more buyers. I think we'll have more people trying to buy the house because people don't want to rent the upstairs and the downstairs. This is a one-family house. You know what I mean? So I mean, we can only build so many walls in the house at the same. Like we can only break down Milwaukee into so many. So if we want to be recognized and we want to be seen, we can't make people say, "Oh no, I'm Milwaukee Baby Drew. I'm Milwaukee Cuckoo Cow." No, we got to say, I'm Milwaukee County Cocaine Cowboys, which is me and Cuckoo Cow.
And that's a jam too. That whole album, that was right on time, bro.
Other than that, it's just domestic violence. But me and him, now that we doing it, now we doing it just to see, like, now we doing it, now we just finna spar. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Just like cousins or brothers do. You know what I'm saying?
Who idea was that? Like, nigga, let's see, nigga. I think my
Who
guy.
idea wasn't it?
You're right. I mean, it's been like I said, it's been motherfucking brewing and stewing. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, we sold it to the highest bidder. And we still
hey, yeah, this shit been kind of brewing and stewing. Everybody would be like, man, I like, I like. At the end of the day, everybody love both of y'all. Really,
Yeah, me and Cuckoo Cow, we both full of shit. We gonna put that. Hey, whoever win, we gonna put it. We gonna put the money together they paid us, and we gonna give it away to the crippled children. We gonna donate some shit to the kids because it's getting cold outside. We gonna give away some Christmas gifts. Whoever win, that's who's gonna buy the next bottle. And what I mean by that, that's who we gonna contribute. Whoever wins.
Come fuck with
The
Craig
Cuckoo
Clifton.
Cow, and you can hear it here first. So I hope the Cuckoo Cow Baby Drew versus is a fundraiser. I'm gonna keep it to you real, but it's gonna be real. If I lose, I want to recount. I'm Donald Trump. I'm a sue. Hey, if I lose, I know, I don't want to hear no shit about no mail-in votes and none of that shit. Because what people don't know is they be like, Baby Drew, hands down. What they don't know is Cuckoo Cow is a worldwide artist. The motherfucker been on Soul Train. They really think I'm finna knock him right on smooth out. The man got fans around the globe. I got fans across the USA, but the man had fans. You know what I'm saying? The man that been on SoundCloud, he didn't been he didn't cross lakes, rivers, and seas that I have never waters I ain't charted yet. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's gonna be interesting because everybody around here like Baby Drew. But Cuckoo Cow got a whole global set of ears that never heard of Baby Drew. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're gonna think. Like the motherfucker been on Soul Train. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? And they think it's gonna be an easy win for me. If I win, but like I say, if I win, I'm gonna act a fool, I'm gonna cut up, and I'm gonna have a lawsuit. Like I ain't gonna concede. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Bro said he ain't gonna concede.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna say it.
no, we
Hell
go.
yeah. If I lose, it's gonna be rigged or fixed. I'm gonna say that right now.
Hey, we finna shut it down, man. Who your top 5 rappers, man?
Who are my top 5 rappers?
Yeah.
Mr. Andrew Lee Green Jr. Did you get that?
That's you. We know you. See, I told you. The humble. See, that's what I wanted to hear. Talk your shit, Andrew.
No,
Guy,
I don't feel like. No, I'm saying I don't feel like thinking because I got my top 5 rappers. I don't have a top 5. I got like a top 10 because it depends on what year it was. I like Boogie Down Productions, Eric B. and Rakim, Public Enemy, Scarface, Ice Cube, UGK. You know what I'm saying? And then you got, and then I got a couple of more like you know what I'm saying? It's a couple of them. Depending on what year it was and what record it was. EPMD, and I think I'm at least about 8. But I got a lot of rappers that's in my top 5. I got like 20 rappers that's top 5.
anytime it could change up. You saying?
Right. Depending on what year it was and what song it was.
What
I got
about
like DJ Quick, you know what I'm saying? Pound Play, like it's a bunch of them. And let me say, I ain't even say Easy E. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me tell you something. That's how I know you hip hop with this shit. That's why I wanted to holler at you. You said Penthouse Players. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers don't know about Tweed Cadillac and motherfucking Player Ham.
Like, they raised DJ Quick, man. Come on, man. Fully, man, the medicine man. That's right. I'm back again. Fully equipped Cadillac band. Pimping, leaning, and fiending.
What about producers? Who your top 5, top 10 producers?
I'm gonna say all 4 of my grandparents, my mama and my daddy, they produced me.
You on some biological shit. What about this rap shit?
Because guess what? I can't think that fast. You'd have been up here another 2 hours. Okay, I'll say I'm gonna like DJ Quick. I like Dr. Dre. I like Pimp C. I like and then there's some people who produce some things I don't even know. I like DJ Pooh. People don't know how much he produced. DJ Yella, you know what I'm saying? I like Curtis Mayfield. I like composers too. I like Curtis Mayfield. I like Quincy Jones. I like, you know, you got a lot of people where I can't say five. L.A. Babyface. I got a lot of people. You know, it's kind of a lot of people.
So you did a verse.
Family.
Let's do a mythical verses. Let's say the RZA verse DJ Quick.
Since I'm not really see the whole thing. Now you mess with two different breed of animals. You had to be a Wu-Tang. See, Wu-Tang ain't just no rap group. Wu-Tang is a whole culture and a breed and a community and a like it's people who on it's people on the other side of the globe. Wu-Tang like I don't even know RZA whole body of work. I'm gonna say DJ Quick because I'm more familiar with him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even understand everything that RZA is about. That's just how complicated and complex he is. That's like I'm not even like I can't even go that deep. It's even you comparing two different people from two different like RZA is a whole different. You talking about Shaolin RZA? Yeah. You talking about a nigga who did kung fu movies and man, like I can't even compare the two because I don't even know how deep RZA go. That's just like they know more about space than they know the ocean. They can't go that deep. They can go that high though. I can't go that high.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. What about let's see. Studio Tone verse EA Ski.
I'm gonna say Studio Tone. I'm more familiar with Studio Tone and Sound Bostic them. You know what I'm saying? Because I know they fuck with 40 them. You know what I'm saying? EA Ski, they did a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know everything EA Ski did. You know what I'm saying? But I know a bunch. I know enough shit Studio Tone did. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's that sick with it. That's that that's that sick with it E40 now. I met Studio Tone before.
I'm gonna give you one more before we shut it down. What about T Mix from Suave House verse motherfucking
Beats by the Pound?
Daz. Let's say Daz.
T Mix Beats by the Pound versus Daz? T Mix from Suave House versus Daz. See, I know Dr. Dre took a lot of Daz shit. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna give him a draw.
Word, Dre snatched up Daz shit.
Man, every time he get a chance, all they do is tell you, man, for real, all he do is throw a bell on it and say it was his.
Oh, some puffy shit. Man, thanks, man, for your time. Man, I really see, you know, you steadily putting Milwaukee on the map with your music, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like hip hop. We didn't get into that, but how do you feel hip hop? Do you feel like hip hop saved you? What would you be doing if you weren't rapping?
I'd be dope selling.
Fair enough. You know what I mean? The dope game genius. Yeah.
Man, if I wasn't rapping, I'd be sitting up here with my kids rocking in a chair waiting on Christmas to come. That was the rap version. That was the rap answer. If I wasn't rapping, I'd be retired. Yeah. Still getting rap money. Rap I did before. Give me a high five. Can you see it?
95, 90. Oh, yeah. Pounds, bro. 95, 94 drew to 90.
Yeah. I gave you the rap answer, but the true story is, man, I guess I'll be existing. But if I wasn't rapping, I'd be probably trying to find out I'll be trying to find out how to interview rappers. I told you my next step.
You cold, bro. You cold. Peace, man. Much success to you, man. In that verses, I really see it 50-50, man. I mean, like y'all both, you know, Cool Cal, he got that style, fam, and you got a style that can't nobody duplicate.
If you got two boxers and both of them undefeated, one of them might be 25-0, one of them might be 28-0. It's about like that. You know what I'm saying? That's who got the best record. But I'm gonna do it like this. Could you see me? Can't nobody come get this belt. Cool Cal can't come get this belt. He already got it. I can't go get his belt either. You know what I'm saying? He already got a belt I ain't never had. And he ain't coming to get mine either. He can't have it.
Just make it. We gonna see make that.
Big old tall ass can't even fit it no way. He had to get it reached out like shit. We got the wind going down there Hummer Blow on Monday, so tune in to that.
Okay. You know, sign out. We got Dr. Grind out right now. We got motherfuckers
out right now. The Andrew Green Blues album It's really, really very, very adult, contemporary. It's for your aunties and them for the road trip, but y'all will like it though. Check that out. It come out at midnight on all music platforms. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Grind, uh, Andrew Green Blues. This is Baby Drew, the Grind Doctor, Bojangles, Goldfingers, 414 Father. Shout out to Craig Clifton Inc. Much success. Keep doing it. Peace.
Peace, bro. 100.